What is up, Flyover family? And today I got some pretty good freaking bombshell news for you guys. Quinyon Mitchell's already working his butt off, ready to be an Eagle. Things of that nature. We'll get into that a little bit later. Philly 500 absolutely destroys a Cowboys fan. So without further ado, let's get into it. So like I said, Quinyon Mitchell's in the lab. He was lifting weights, things of that nature. He's ready to be an Eagle. I think that bodes well for the organization as a whole, considering that he's going to be our starting corner, you know what I'm saying, predominantly, at least for the next decade or so, things of that nature. Hopefully, 22nd pick in this year's draft, things of that nature. So I definitely think he's going to have a big impact. So that's very good to see him already working out, him ready to make an impact, things of that nature. Philly 500, he absolutely eviscerates a Cowboys fan, Mark Holmes, with the help of Dan Cilio. I think his first name is Cilio in general. But yeah, it was really good to see that.
Philly
I'll
500.
stay quiet.
Excuse me, I'm drinking some Cowboys tears right now.
On this side. But yeah.
Dan, you know what this guy's delusional.
No,
Delusional. I believe you
So
said
he called him delusional and whatnot, and said cowboy tears and all that. I really like that. I like that energy. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see that some people actually defend Philadelphia Eagles instead of just constantly bashing. You know, because anyone, like I said, anyone can look up lowlights or whatever and then talk crap about them, bash and say they're not going to do much. Anyone can do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take skill. It actually takes skills looking at both sides and then, you know what I'm saying, giving an unbiased opinion or however. But yeah, that's really good to see. And absolutely shout out to Philly 500 for that as well. Tone DeShields from Chocolate Up Sports, Joey Shakes. Those are like my main inspirations as well as my brother to start this or however. So that being said, the next piece of news is that Johnny Wilson will in fact stay receiver. I stand corrected. I was wrong. Whatchamacallit, so that kind of bodes well. His catch radius, you know, he got speed and whatnot, pretty tall, like 6'6", 6'7", something like that. So definitely excited about that, preseason wise and things of that nature. Becton might switch to right guard or guard in general. So that's going to be good. I'll put the article right up here. I'm just excited about all the competition, about all the positions, linebacker 2, Trotter versus Nakobe Dean, because I mean, like I said last couple videos, the biggest ability is availability. So if you can't even play, if you can't even show what you got, I'd rather take the guy that looks decent or however that at least he can play. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wasting a roster spot. Because last year, I mean, I know he didn't show much over injuries or whatever, but I mean, it's football. You know, it's gonna happen. It's a contact sport. You know, it's not basketball or whatever. If you get tapped or however you flop or whatever. No, you know, it's the NFL. You know, you're supposed to tackle. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happens. You know, and not his mentality, but I mean, injury prone and soft. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Maybe not mentally, but physically he's soft. I'm sorry. I mean, he can't hold up or however, you know, for the course of a season. I'm not saying Jemai Trotter guaranteed will. I'm not saying I haven't seen him even play. But I'm saying as of right now, I'm taking Trotter over him. 6th best linebacker in the draft, 50-something tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions, etc. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that compared to someone who couldn't stay in the field again, I know college and NFL are completely different. I completely understand. That's why there's busts, because some people are good enough to play in college and be a star, but not good enough to be in the NFL and be a star. Jamarcus Russell. I mean, look at Stephen A. Rant or however. But the main point I'm trying to make, however, is as of right now, the competition, multiple positions, is going to be stacked. Wide receiver 3, Paris Campbell, the other guy we just signed or however, and then Johnny Wilson, etc. However, wide receiver 3, you never know. You know, Johnny Wilson could surprise all of us. At cornerback, I mean, because Quinyon Mitchell, Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I mean, because it's all up to Fangio. He's the defensive coordinator. So I mean, he could put because C.J. and Cooper Jean, they can both play and Maddox. They can all play the nickel safety or however, and then cornerback. Both of them, all 3 of those guys can play all 3 positions. So it all depends on what Fangio wants to do. Those 3 guys can play multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, Darius Slay, Bradbury, I think he's going to be off the roster June 1st cut, which I'm kind of excited about, or however, as bad as that sounds, or however. And then, sorry about that, I had to clear my, aside from that, the guard position, you got Tyler Steen, you got Becton as of now. I mean, you got a lot of people that are ready to try to do something or however. And the same thing with defensive edge, Josh Sweat. Obviously, just during preseason competition or however, because they're all ridiculously athletic or however. I'm not saying somebody's going to start at the other guy, But JLX, he might surprise us. Not saying he's going to be starting, not saying none of that, but I'm saying he may work his way into the rotation, like second or third guy, or however, compared to just the developmental piece stays on the bench 24/7. I don't know. It's all up to Fangio, which is why, again, I've been looking forward to see his interviews, things of that nature, but I haven't seen anything of him speaking or however. And same thing with Kellen Moore. I've heard Nick Sirianni speak and Howie Roseman and some of the guys, however, but I haven't even heard, seen, or whatever Fangio say anything, as well as Kellen Moore. So, in my opinion, it's not concerning yet, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, dang, I want to see what they got to say about the players and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Quez Dropkins, he calls out at Gilly the Kid. I'll post that right there. However, basically says stop the cap and all that stuff. However, hope their stuff's all good and taken care of. Or however, but yeah, I hope Quez Dropkins the best. But fortunately, if anyone's within 20 feet of him, he can't catch anything. So he has to be 30, 40 feet with nobody around him. So yeah, wish him the best and all the health. Wish for a healthy season. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but the best. But personally, I haven't really noticed that he's gone or however the case, because Saquon's already gone, and not Saquon, we already got Saquon or however, and then AJ got re-signed, Devontae Smith got re-signed, we got CJ Osma as a backup tight end, Johnny Wilson. I'm not trying to be overhyped on those guys or however, but they do have talent and whatnot, and I believe in the picks. And then obviously there will be new photos, so so if you're like one of those, because everyone's a different type of fan, there's different levels to it or however. So if one of those fans wants to know every microscopic thing or however, so obviously subscribe to the channel, join the Philly Five family, but as well look on their Instagram pages, things of that nature. And then obviously they'll be posted and whatnot, because the rookie camp starts tomorrow. And like I said in one of my previous videos, I believe it was the third pick or the fourth pick or something like that in the 2019 draft. John Ross III will be at the rookie minicamp as a veteran tryout or something like that. Not really anything to be too overlooked, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously he retired and he's coming back or however something. I don't really think much of it, but either way, it's still something to be. Oh heck yeah, the Eagles are still trying to improve. What all this means or however in terms of them still trying to, what I'm saying, is that how he's not a cowboy basically or however. Obviously he's with the Eagles or however, but some even other organizations. Oh yeah, we did enough for the offseason. We feel comfortable with where we're at or however. Because I've been watching since I was like 5 and 6 years old, and I have good memory, from when I was 10, and plus of post-game interviews, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And that's happened multiple times. Oh, we're good with where we're at and all this stuff. Howie, no matter what happens, he wants to keep building, keep doing, you know what I'm saying? I respect that. He wants to win. He wants to do it now. I believe by drafting those two guys in the first round, you're not drafting them just to sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we're getting them so they can help now. Because, if you're getting two cornerbacks or two potential starting cornerbacks within the first 2 rounds, you're letting it know how you feel about James Bradbury, Monte Maddox, etc. You let that be wide open, you know what I'm saying? And as well as Isaiah Rodgers, he can even be in the cornerback mix as well. So that being said, there's a lot of interesting competition that's going to be taking place within the next couple weeks, things of that nature, because there's the rookie camp and there's the rest of the stuff or however. Next thing you know, it's already September, and then we play Green Bay in Brazil, so definitely for sure, that there's a lot of, exciting things going on. However, I'm excited about all the new, pictures that are going to be released or however of Jalen, and, I just wait to hear from the interviews and all that or however, but I think that's probably going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if I'm awkward or silent or however, it's because I'm still figuring this all out or however how to be and all that, and then what to report on, what not to. So I'm just figuring it all out or however and give my opinion on it and all that. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, shout out to Philly 500, Joey Shakes, Tone DeShields from Chocolate Up Sports, and my brother. Those 4 guys, they inspired me to start doing this or however. So that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.